Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 9 in the 2020 NOFSRL Haas IndyCar Series. We are here at the Kansas Speedway for the Kansas 100K. It's an oval race here in the Haas IndyCar Series, and it's going to be a fast-paced one as well. It should be a wild one here. And as NASCAR's here at Kansas, we're going to show them what real speed's all about, because we're going to be going over 200 miles per hour on average here today in this 42-lap event. Beginning of the second half of the season, and I got a special guest alongside me, Trey Bartow. First IndyCar race you've ever called with me before. Of course, you've seen IndyCar races before here in the Haas IndyCar Series, so you know how they work. But this is Kansas, a little bit different than a lot of the other racetracks we go to, a bit of a momentum-based racetrack. How do you think these guys are going to fare here today in this 42-lap race?
Well, like you said, on average, we're going to be going 200 miles an hour. Now, if I'm wrong, that seems pretty darn fast. So I think, these guys are going to have to make moves, and when they make those moves, they're going to be really certain, because they're going to come. The moves are going to come pretty quick, and you're going to have to, make them go pretty quick just to make sure you don't get yourself in trouble there.
We're going to have to see how it all goes down here today. There will also be a pit stop in this race, which is something we did not have in this race last year. And on top of that, it's an 8-lap longer race as well. So more time to make a mistake, but also more time to get to the front here at the Kansas Speedway. And speaking of being out ahead, one guy knows that very well. Chase Harris, number 79. Obviously, you guys who've been watching the series know the legend of Chase Harris. Did have to explain that to Trey Bartow, though. He didn't know what was going on there with that 79, but now he knows why Matt Tuck can't stand him. Chase Harris, though, has a chance at not being the points leader at the end of the race. A very slim chance, but it is possible. Chase Harris, 247 points towards the championship. How about the veteran, Nicholas Samedeo, who won last week at Portland, 47 points behind coming into this event. Noah Clifton is actually 4th in points. He's 66 points behind. Tristan Allen, because he won the pole for this race, gets a bonus point towards the championship. He is now 65 points behind with that bonus point. And John Andrews, who starts in the 8th position here today, is 71 points behind for Chip Ganassi Racing. We know they've been doing good in real life. We'll have to see if they can keep up the momentum here in the Haas IndyCar Series, but they've been doing good here as well. Already 2 wins on the season for Chip Ganassi Racing. Nicholas Samedeo acting like he's Scott Dixon out there. We'll have to see if he can do it here at Kansas. Starting on the pole, like I mentioned, number 39 of Tristan Allen. He's going to gain a bonus point towards the championship with that. We're going to have to see if it leads way to a possible race victory here at the Kansas Speedway. Should be interesting, with Davey Johnson, one of the most experienced guys in the field, starting alongside him. Allen going for his 2nd win of the year. Luke Rainey going for his 1st 2017 champion. It's not been the best of runs for him. We're going to have to see what he can do. He is 9th in points. He's had a solid, quiet year, but we'll have to see if he gets his first win alongside Auto Club winner Buck Cover, who won the wackiest race of the season at Auto Club. I almost don't want to count that as a race, but congratulations to Buck Cover once again. Andrew Miller to the inside of Dale Lightning, Mitchell Collins, and John Andrews. Nathan Faden, number 24, Justin Zidell, defending Haas IndyCar Series champion there alongside. Trey, who's going to go to victory lane here at Kansas? A lot of strong guys starting up front here at Kansas.
I think I'm going to have to go with the man sitting behind the pole sitter there, Luke Rainey. I think he's going to be able to, play the track right and get his first win of the season here.
We're going to have to see if the 2017 champion can get his first win in quite some time here on Napa Fan. Been a while since Rainey's gone to victory lane. Love to see him back in victory lane, get back into his old days in IndyCar racing when he won the championship 3 years ago. Tristan Allen, though, he wants another win. Going for his 19th career Napa Fan win, I do believe. We'll have to see if he can do it from the pole. We're green flag racing at Kansas in the Kansas 100K.
So you could see there, Luke Rainey going in the 1 there was almost looking like he was going to try to make it a 3-wide pass for the lead there very early in the race, but he thought better of it, went right back behind, and was a little bit more patient. As you can see him there, already to the inside of going to take the lead here, coming out of 4.
And Tristan Allen is not going to get another bonus point for leading a lap. It'll be Luke Rainey in the number 1 machine, going to the top of the board. How about Dale Lightning? How about 3 wide? Davey Johnson getting shuffled out of line. There's Buck Over in the middle there, and Jordan Lopez taking no prisoners. That 14 has had a very tough season. As a matter of fact, comes in last in the points. Has never won before in the Haas IndyCar Series. A huge opportunity for him here today. More 3 wide back in here. As now John Andrews gets shuffled out of line with Zidell and Anderson to the inside of him. And here comes Chase freaking Harris, that's his nickname. Number 79, looks like he may already be inside the top 10 now, there for IndyCar and Motorsports.
It definitely looked like he's trying to live up to his name there, going to the inside, making big moves here, going very fast, making positions, doing everything he can to get back up front and definitely be a player here in the race.
And Dale Lighton now going to shuffle out of line, so he'll buck over there, make a move to the inside of him. But back to the front. Luke Rainey's pulled out. Mitchell Collins is up to second. Great to see Collins have a good run here. Nathan Faden and Tristan Allen now in the fourth position. Top four. They've calmed it down. But here comes the 23 of Noah Clifton. Francois Chastain, number 62. Great run for him as well. And Chase Harris doing what he does best, moving his way through the field here at the Kansas Speedway. Already on lap number 4. I believe he started in the 17th position. He is now in the 7th position in only 4 laps. Didn't think that was going to happen, but early on when these guys are bunched up the way they are, that's when the moves can be made. Davey Johnson continues to fall back in the number 20. There's one thing after another for this team. Davey Johnson almost won Road America, was leading that race when he spun out, and he is falling to the back of the field here as he is yep to get to that inside lane here at the Kansas Speedway.
Yeah, it's definitely not the start of the race he wanted to see here. He's stuck on that outside. Everyone else is going down below him. He's definitely losing positions here pretty fast, but maybe once he gets to the back here, he'll be able to hop down and make his way forward then.
We'll have to see. Justin Zeidel, last driver on the race right now. Here we go for the race lead. Mitchell Collins with a huge run to the inside of Luke Rainey, and here comes Chase Harris. A lot of help there on that inside lane. Noah Clifton, Francois Chastain, Harris all the way up to third. Now remember, he won at Texas, the only other mile and a half on the circuit. And this place isn't as crazy as Kansas, not as fast as Texas, I should say. But that number 79 knows how to get it done no matter where he goes. Obviously, the day he made that last lap pass at Lime Rock, of all places, on Marty Johnson, we knew this guy was going to be a threat, and he continues to show why he's such a good driver. To the inside there for second on Luke Rainey as Mitchell Collins leads the field here on lap 8 of 42.
Yeah, as you can see, his Harris move is on rails at the moment, charging forward.
Here comes Chastain. Audra Baranowski's moving her way through the field. Great run for her in this one, number 27. She's had a tough season, had a decent run at Portland, but then had an issue and fell back a little bit farther than what she would have hoped. But currently inside the top 10 right now here at Kansas. Tristan Allen there, Nathan Faden, Nicholas Samadillo. I gotta be honest here, if there's any one guy in this field that can dethrone Chase Harris from his dominating performance, it's the Indianapolis 250 champion, the two-time Indianapolis 250 champion, Mr. Edge himself. I feel like Samadillo does a lot better in the open wheel than he does in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. His Chick-fil-A Cup Series career has kind of been up and down, but he has been one of the best drivers in IndyCar as Chase Harris. All right, Matt, you can just shut it off now. To the inside for the race lead on Mitchell Collins. It looks like he's going to be the new race leader, third different leader here at Kansas on lap 10 of 42. Here comes Luke Rainey to the run to the inside of Collins. He's got Francois Chastain. Great run for Chastain. And he's 22nd in points, but Chastain has had a few good runs so far this season, and he's having another one here at Kansas on lap 11.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the bottom is where you want to be at the moment. It's definitely the fastest way around the track, because these two might start to work together here and catch back up to Harrison, but, you know, as I've seen so far during this race, Harrison definitely seems like he has the car to beat here today.
And Chase Harris from 17th to 1st in 11 laps, just like, actually in 10 laps technically. But it's a long race. There is still a cycle of pit stops to go in this one, and that will definitely affect who gets the race victory. Tristan Allen there for 4th on Mitchell Collins. And, you know, like I said, you got Nicholas Samadillo up here as well. And I'm a little bit surprised. I actually thought it was going to be difficult for these guys to move their way from the back to the front. Not really the case. Marty Johnson started 29th in this race. He's all the way up now to 9th. That's Chase Harris's teammate. Now Marty Johnson could easily have 2 wins coming into today. Got the last lap pass on him by Chase Harris at Lime Rock. Was leading with 3 laps to go last week at Portland. Blew a tire. Samadillo was second, took the race win away. Johnson, like Jordan Lopez, is one of those guys who has never won before in the Haas IndyCar Series and has been in this series for an extended period of time. I believe this is the 4th season for Marty Johnson. We're just going to have to see, will Johnson have another shot at it? He's had a strong run this season. He's 11th in points, not too shabby, but had a couple just get away from him so far this season, and I'm sure that's really frustrating for that number 75 team. On the flip side, the 79 team has definitely had a great year, and they're looking for their 4th win of the season as Chase Harris continues to lead here at Kansas.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like Luke Rainey in the 1 and the 62 of Chastain. They're actually kind of catching out there for a couple of laps. Looks like they kind of stalled out about 3/10 back behind the leader, but now it looks like they're making gain a little bit of ground there. The top 3 are definitely really close together there, and here comes the 39 of Tristan Allen. He fell back all the way to 8th there at the beginning of the race, but he's worked his way back up into the top 5.
Good job there for Tristan Allen holding on to this top 5 position. I think once the cycle begins, and we saw earlier today, we both called the Boston race for the Turkey Hill Series, and we saw what happened in that event where tire wear was significant. I don't think it's going to be as significant for these guys as it was for those guys, but if you do come in early, you might end up with an advantage on the rest of the field. I mean, obviously that was the case in the Turkey Hill Series race earlier today, and we'll probably see that tomorrow at the Boston International Speedway for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series as Tristan Allen goes to the inside of Francois Chastain for the 3rd position. That might bring in Mitchell Collins with the battle here as Chastain is holding on to that outside lane right now. Good run there for the Smith Motorsports driver, Trey Smith, the owner of this team. Max Anderson, his teammate right there. Nathan Faden there in 6th. We got Noah Clifton. A great run for Clifton so far in this one to the inside of Audra Baranowska's there. That is for the 7th position. Sam Medio's gotten shuffled out a little bit right there in the number 9 machine. Sam Medio currently about 2 seconds off the race lead.
Yeah, it looks like the top 5 here really grouped themselves by all together, and then everyone else is right behind them. But here it is. Harris again is starting to pull away a little bit, but Luke Rainey's definitely not letting him get too far away. He's going to kind of peek to the inside. Gets a very big run
there.
Very big run for Rainey.
Huge run for Luke Rainey. And here's a veteran who doesn't want this rookie to keep on winning races. Luke Rainey, 2017 Haas IndyCar Series champion. Back to the point here at Kansas, lap 19 of 42. I believe the cycle of pit stops going to begin probably around lap 25, so it's a little bit past halfway, a one-stop race here, but Chase Harris, he's not in the lead anymore, Matt. You can turn it back on. There goes Francois Chastain as well. Great run for him. He may actually get a position here on Harris if he can get a run off the corner here. They're actually bunching up here. These top 3. Rain did not get a good run off of turn number 2, and here comes Chase Harris back to the inside. Francois Chastain's going to go right to 2nd, and that did not last long for Luke Rainey. He's going to fall back to the 3rd position, and Tristan Allen's going to have a run on him for that position in the number 39.
Rainey did come down in front of Allen to block, but Allen's going to dive back down to the inside here, going into the corner. He's going to be able to make that pass. Looks like Luke Rainey might be, as you said, the tires might be starting to wear off on his ride there, so he might be losing a little bit. But as you also said, we are a couple laps away, probably from the beginning of the pit cycle here. So once everyone cycles through, it'll be interesting to see who can make moves with the fresher tires.
Davey Johnson has not recovered from what happened to him earlier. He's still deep in the field right now. The number 20 machine in the 24th position. Garrett Sonor, tough season for him so far. Had a good run at Road America, but wrecked out in that race. He probably would have won that race, I should say, had he not wrecked out there with Thomas Lipscomb. Matt Tuck, he hasn't wrecked in this race yet. Midway through the field for him in 18th. We'll have to see if any of these guys play any strategy, try to get themselves up front. But with how the field has cycled through and spread out the way it has, it might be difficult for a lot of those guys in the back to work their way to the front on this cycle. We're going to have to see how it all goes down. How about Marty Johnson? Here he is, up to 6th now. I mean, I think even Chase Harris's teammate Marty Johnson is tired of seeing Chase Harris win races, especially when you've been in the series for longer than nearly everyone, and the guy who's come in his first 5 starts wins 3 races. I mean, Marty Johnson's probably not too happy about it. I'm pretty sure he's happy for his teammate, but at the same time, it's like, I want one myself. Here comes Luke Rainey. They all bunched up on Harris. Harris was slowing these guys down a little bit. And now Rainey looking to the inside as they're going to go 3 wide. I'm wondering... No. Tire wear is probably coming into effect right there. Rainey could not hold the inside at all. Here comes Mitchell Collins looking for a run to the inside of the 1 machine. And I think it's definitely obvious if any of these guys come down first, they are going to have the advantage on the rest of the field. So we'll have to see. If I'm Mitchell Collins, if I'm Tristan Allen, I'm going to go ahead and hit the pit lane right here. And if I'm not mistaken, that's what they're going to do. There goes Collins, but Harris is also going to come down first as well. Stapleton, Faden also down in the 21. They're shuffling up here. Somebody's off the pace. I think it's Owen Miles who tried to get down the pit lane but couldn't do it. And that's going to punch the field up. These guys got to be careful. If they wreck, that's going to put Harris and all these guys who came down, Mitchell Collins, Nathan Stapleton, a lap down. That could really get interesting if that were to be the case. Here we go. Marty Johnson's going to stay out for another lap. Johnson actually had a great run here last year in this race. Luke Rainey leads the field down the pit lane.
Yeah, if I was Marty Johnson, I would definitely come down this time. I don't think you could really stretch it out one more lap. I mean, you do get the little bit of a benefit of a doubt staying out later than everyone else, but you're also at a bigger risk there. I think Harris and them, who all came down at the same time, might have the best chance here to be able to get back out in front and have the best chance at the victory here.
We'll have to see. Will Chase Harris get his 4th win of the season? Unbelievable if he were able to do that. We're going to have to see what these guys can do, though. Some of them coming off the pit lane already. And they are led by the one of Luke Rainey, and this actually could be close here. Tristan Allen in the number 39 machine there, also going to get a good run off, but Rainey far ahead of those guys. But there's Chase Harris, and I'll see you later. Out of here. And the number 79, he did exactly what I suggested the other guys do. And he came down early, got those fresh tires, and he's going to have a pretty big advantage on the field. Stapleton trying to back up that race victory at Road America. Did a good job at Portland last week, and now here he is with a top 5 run right now here at Kansas. Nathan Faden looking to the inside of him right there. I don't know what to say anymore. That number 79, they just got everything figured out so far, and it's not over yet. Mitchell Collins could easily close in and have a shot at him, but it's looking pretty darn good right now for Chase Harris here at Kansas.
Yeah, it definitely seems like he is in the favorable seat right now. He's got a pretty big lead there. I would probably say a second or two, give or take. Not 2 seconds, but pretty big lead nevertheless. But as long as his car doesn't fade out too quickly here on this last little run, I think he's definitely the one to watch.
So next time by will be 13 laps to go here in the Kansas 100K. And this is a very similar situation to what we saw earlier today in the Turkey Hill Series race when Dylan Young, he was the leader, but all these guys were trying to catch up to him. And I do believe that Collins is going to have a shot at getting to the gearbox, and we're just going to have to see if he has enough time. It was the same situation than what we saw earlier today at Boston. But Chase Harris, race leader here at Kansas, he's led the most laps here today from 17th starting position. I mean, I just don't get it. And two, a lot of people are like, oh, it's your team, you're rigging it. No, not a lot of people, only a couple people, but, I don't really pay attention to them. But the whole thing is, the ratings are still equal for everybody. And somehow, Chase Harris finds his way to the front in so many of these races. I have not seen a performance like this in so long. This is what Seidel wanted to do last year. He could never go to victory lane. He still won the championship, but he never went to victory lane. Chase Harris is about to do it for the 4th time this season in 9 races. That's just unprecedented in any series, even if you do have ratings set up. I don't. And Harris is still going out there and dominating this field. But Mitchell Collins wants to put an end to that. He's coming fast in the number 8 machine for Hairgel Motorsports. And Collins looking to possibly have a shot at this race win here at the Kansas Speedway. Yeah,
Collins is definitely not letting Harris get too far away, not letting him get comfortable at all. I would say it might be a little early to call it here, but I'm going to say this race is down to these 2 cars here only. You got Luke Rainey in 3rd. He's still 2 seconds back from Harris, so I mean, unless the front 2 here make a mistake with the closing laps here, I'm going to say it's either going to be Harris or Collins for the win.
Here comes Stapleton for 4th. You might want to watch out for Stapleton here in this one. That 34. I think Rainey and Stapleton, these guys are closing in. And if these guys go side by side, which that number 8, I think Collins is much faster than Harris at this point. To the inside for the race lead, but better arc through the corner there for Chase Harris. And he's going to keep the race lead ahead of the 8 machine. If this was last year, this would be the final lap. But we still have 8 laps to go coming to the line here in the Kansas 100K. Luke Rainey, Nathan Stapleton, Nathan Faden. We're going to have to see if those guys have a shot. Tristan Allen there, you see him about 3.5 seconds off the race lead. Marty Johnson. Battle here between Chastain and Baranowskis for 8th. And then it's Garrett Sonor is actually rebounding nicely in this one. Inside the top 10 for Sonor with the 23 of Noah Clifton rounding out the top 11. Still a good battle between Collins and Harris. Collins really wants this win, but he's got to be the best guy in the field for it here at the Kansas Speedway. We're going to have to see if he can do it with 7 laps to go at Kansas.
Yeah, it looks like Luke Rainey here in third place is less than 2 seconds back from the 2 lead cars here, so they might have a chance to catch here within, the last 7 laps. But if it looks like the 34 here is actually going to get below Luke, which is going to kill their chances of trying to catch up to the front 2 here, depending on how long they stay side by side.
Yeah, Stapleton, I think, has the fastest car of those guys. We're going to have to see if they close in at all that lap, and they did not. They lost some time, but there goes Collins, and he's going to finally get it on Chase Harris. Everybody cheers! Mitchell Collins of the race lead here at the Kansas Speedway. Will Chase Harris be able to get back on him, though? It's going to be 5 laps to go, this time by Harris going for his 4th win of the season. Collins going for his 1st ever win in IndyCar. Who's going to get it done here in the Kansas 100K? Stapleton that time by. He closed in by 2/100ths of a second. Not enough to close in on the lead battle. It looks like this is going to be between Collins and Harris for the race win.
I don't think those guys behind them are going to have enough time to catch back up. It's definitely down between Harris and Collins here as they're side-by-side battling again. Very entertaining battle for third, but also a very entertaining battle here for the win as they are coming to 3 laps to go.
Mitchell Collins holding on. Chase Harris is coming, though, the number 79. He hasn't let Harris, or should I say, he hasn't let Collins have this one quite yet, and you're right. This battle here for third is just, they're hurting those guys, and they're not going to be able to close in time. Marty Johnson, Tristan Allen actually closing in on those guys. It is 3 laps to go at Kansas for Mitchell Collins in the Kansas 100K in the Haas IndyCar Series. Chase Harris doing all he can, but it may be done. Collins might have the best car here. He might be able to hold off this 79. Coming to 2 laps to go here in the Kansas 100K. You can see the fire coming out of the back of that number 8 machine in the exhaust right there. It's definitely a hot day here at Kansas Speedway. I mean, those guys are revving those engines up. Here we go, 2 laps to go in the Kansas 100K for Mitchell Collins and Hair Gel Motorsports. We'll have to see if they get another win on the year. Be their first in IndyCar. Will Chase Harris, though, be able to dominate this one and get the win on the last lap? You know, I gotta remember, the last 2 times he has won, it's been on the last lap pass. And to the inside, white flag in the air. Oh boy! He's gonna do it to the inside of Mitchell Collins for the race lead, but will Collins be able to hold the outside? He will! Side by side on the final lap here in the Kansas 100K. Mitchell Collins trying to dethrone Chase Harris. Trying to arc it into the corner. He's not going to do it. And for the 4th time this year, Chase Harris is going to win on the last lap pass. Harris wins again. And this time it's at Kansas.
He did it again. He did it again. The legends were true. Last lap pass for the win. What, that's 5 times now? 4 times?
4th time.
4 times.
4th win in 9 races, all on a last lap pass.
I'm going to tell Harvick to get out of the way. I think we got a new closer in town here. That's insane.
Chase freaking Harris. I mean, I don't know. You can almost stop the presses on the championship at this point. San Mateo did not have a good run in this one. He fell back a lot, down to 21st. Noah Clifton did get a top 10. Tristan Allen did get a top 10 as well. But you can't beat a guy if he keeps on winning. Chase Harris with his 4th win of the season. And this is kind of strange. He's already guaranteed to win a quarter of the season. And we're just past halfway. Harris again. Last lap pass on Mitchell Collins. Nathan Stapleton, Nathan Faden, Marty Johnson, Tristan Allen, Luke Rainey, Francois Chastain, Audrey Barnauskas, Noah Clifton. I just don't know what to say. I mean, I know what you guys are thinking. It's rigged. I know you're not actually thinking that, but I'm just flabbergasted. I don't get it. How does he do it? Chase, what are you doing down there in Delaware? I tell you. Chase Harris' 4th win of the season. Final thoughts on this one here, Trey. And do you think, we have 7 races left to go, do you think anyone can get to Chase Harris in this championship?
Well, all I know is in these final 7 races here, if I'm leading and Chase Harris is right behind me on the last lap, I'm going to be shaking in my race shoes, man. I'm going to be very nervous for what that 79 is going to be able to pull off.
Well, Stapleton was able to hold him off when he finished 2nd in Road America, so we'll have to see. Maybe it is Stapleton who can do it, because Stapleton also had a really good run in this race. Stapleton's going to move up and set the top 5 in points at the end of the day, and that could definitely help him out in this championship up front. It's not over yet, and I think one big test that I'm looking at for Chase Harris is 4 straight road courses. You got to think, he did win at Lime Rock, but the other 3 wins have been on ovals. We only had 3 more ovals left in the season: Pikes Peak, Gateway, and then the finale at Pocono. It's still a long ways until the championship. 7 races left to go, and it's far from over, but no, Chase Harris, it's looking like it may be impossible to beat him. That's just all there is to it. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you haven't completely thrown your computer screen out the window yet. I know you're frustrated, but hey, it's the way it goes sometimes. Chase Harris wins again here in the Haas IndyCar Series. The good thing is he can't win tomorrow. But Trey Bartow might, because the last time we were at Boston, he went to victory lane in the Chick-fil-A Cup. So just good luck tomorrow in the New Balance 400. Should be a fun one there. Had a great race in the Turkey Hill Series earlier today. And that'll be a noon Eastern time right here on Napa Fan for the New Balance 400. 4th race of the chase in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series after that wild race we had at Hillside. We'll have to see if we can replicate it at Boston. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Chase Harris on the race victory. And we will see you guys next week from Pikes Peak for the Colorado 80K. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. On behalf of Trey Bartow, I will see you guys later.